Figures he'd show up now.
This guy.
Gilliam Thorndike, General Manager of Marduk.
The new shard function shows promise, and the test of Miss Lapis's new body that Meister Jorg requested has gone excellently too. As our way of thanks for your participation, we've prepared a banquet for you all. I do hope you'll attend and enjoy yourselves.
About 3 months ago, April 15th, 1209. Uh-oh. The day after the festival, the Calvar Republic's presidential office made a worldwide announcement of a startling plan. 23rd President.
For the past 2.5 years, we've been preparing. Slowly and surely, behind the scenes. And now, it brings me great pride to announce an initiative that will blaze a trail to the future of not just Calvert, but all Zemuria. This bold new plan will be known as Project Startaker. What lies beyond the sky is the last great frontier for mankind, a threshold none in all recorded history have been able to cross. Yet we will extend our reach past the atmosphere and leave behind a satellite that will help us realize manned spaceflight. As many of you may know, for over a century, a mysterious phenomenon has been slowly reducing Zemuria's eastern reaches to a wasteland. It has been theorized that observing the affected areas from the proper vantage point could provide valuable clues to a solution. Further, the benefits of a communication satellite are unmistakable, particularly in terms of expanding the Orbital Net's video capabilities. Make no mistake, this will usher in an era of innovation in economics and industry, the likes of which we've not seen since the Orbital Revolution.
Though initially incredulous at the idea, many listeners found themselves drawn in by the president's explanation. Despite the Republic's strength, the current age was one of uncertainty, and the thought of forging a path forward resonated deeply with many. And then, as proof of his bold initiative, the president unveiled an incredible new facility to the world.
Deep within the Ishgal Mountains, in the southern reaches of central Zemuria, it is here, in the area once known as Conlone, that we've built a launch site for our rockets in a secluded basin.
Conlone.
I present to you Zeku Space Base, the stage upon which we will reach the stars and home of our newly established aerospace force.
The man selected to lead the operation was General Daniel Haring. As head of the Republic's military forces, further details on Project Startaker would come directly from him.
The first phase will involve the launch of a communication and observation satellite via the orbital rocket, Independence 2. With the satellite in orbit, the second phase will see us launch a dummy unit in order to confirm pilot safety for a proposed manned spaceflight. If the results from the dummy unit meet expectations, we will move to our final phase and launch a rocket containing the first astronaut.
Our candidate for this historic first manned flight is an ace pilot from the Calvardian Air Force, recipient of the Winged Silver Star Medal for her valor in the war, Major Emilia Haring.
So, daughter of the general.
Hello. I am Major Emilia Haring of the Aerospace Force. Being chosen for this role is the greatest honor of my life. And it'll be a heck of a lot more fun than war.
setting aside the necessity of national defense, I'm in agreement that it's much better to look to the future than to conflict. A goal this ambitious would typically be expected to take upwards of half a year, but you have my word that we'll do it in only 4 months. The initial satellite launch will occur 1 month from now. People of Calvert, no, of all Zemuria, let us reach out and grasp this continent's future together!
They say this was 3 days ago?
She's amazing. Going to space?
Only President Graham
The presidential office will release more
3
info
months
on the
ago.
space program at a later date.
So this is what my father has been working on behind the scenes.
I know they said it was going to be a big announcement, but I never could have seen that coming.
Space? You can even go all the way up there?
It shouldn't be completely impossible, but it'd take some major technological breakthroughs.
Why is putting a satellite up there such a big deal? Doesn't Marduk have a bunch in orbit already?
Yes, but all of those are low-altitude models that function within the atmosphere. For one to be set in orbit outside of the atmosphere would indeed be a historic feat.
Right, and this explains why Ikaruga had the eastern mountain range sealed off.
Oh.
I remember questioning that.
So in the end, those cagey bastards were hired by the president to keep things under wraps. What are the odds this whole thing turns into a huge pain in the ass?
Damn near 100%. A huge national project, even bigger than the Zypha, announced out of nowhere? Ridiculous amounts of Mira and info are going to be swirling around this thing. Both the public and underworld will be thrown for a loop.
Timely terms on that? Oh, you sure did. Interesting.
Swin and Nadia might be gone for now, but I got word from Master that he'll be back soon. Till then, we'll just have to handle all the 4 SPGs that are going to come our way with our current group.
Got it.
I'll work on upgrading the orbital connection then. Oh, but aren't things going to get busy for you at school again, Agnes?
Well, a little, yes. We've decided that Albert will be our candidate for the student council election. So I'll have to help out with that a bit every so often, but I intend to spend as much time here as I'm able.
I'll also pitch in when I can. Though it seems like I'll be busy with a few things in Liberal and some other places.
I'll monitor any information coming in from Marduk as best I'm able.
That'll be a big help, thanks. Betting there'll be plenty involved with this whole space operation, just like Ikaruga. Speaking of, Renee's not gonna give me anything, but I might be able to get something from the guild through Elaine.
Yeah, hey, don't forget about me! I've got plenty of time to help now that we've finished the shoot.
That announcement was a big surprise, but I'm glad I can work with everyone like this again. This means I'll need to pay attention to news about the Genesis, and whatever Dad is planning, though. Huh?
Agnes? Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I was just thinking that I'll have to really give it my all from here on. Oh, right! Hey, Fairy, before things get too busy, how about we go and look at some new clothes together?
For real? I'd love to!
I really want to go too, but I couldn't possibly say it out loud.
What are you getting all red in the face for? I'll come along too, so no need to be shy about it.
In that
No.
case, as the resident movie star, I'll coach you all in the latest fashions.
What am I gonna do with you all?
It seems like things are about to become quite lively around here.
And as the next month passed and the season changed, the news was dominated by daily updates related to the space program. Working alongside the guild, Van and his group took care of a number of incidents that would otherwise have slipped through the cracks. And with May's arrival came the student council election at Aramis Academy. And the selection of its new president. The very next day, the space program's first phase commenced. Who stage to orbit? Oh yeah, we've already seen this. Still not clear how this satellite's going to be affecting things, but they're making a big deal about it. I don't know. I'm actually, I'm 100% unclear of where the story would go from here in general. I don't feel like there's been any leads on anything except for the general, space is happening. The last game didn't really queue up any looming disaster, but we know there's a looming disaster. Just because it's the final game and they say, the end of Zemuria kind of looms. As the days went on, the other members of the group made their return to the office, their temporary members included. Van was even able to finally meet with his old friends and catch up, enjoying a relaxing conversation for the first time in a long while. By June, however, the three had lost contact once again, and the number of 4 SPGs skyrocketed. With the help of his assistants and the already busy Agnes and Bren, he was finally able to catch his breath by the end of the month. It was at that time that Bearguard had to leave Edith once again on business. Then, 3 days after his departure, invitation. 3 members of the group got a call out of nowhere inviting them to participate in a live combat trial at Marduk HQ in Red. Oh, you got a message from Professor Hamilton. And so, is this a new song?
It really was a surprise. I had heard you accepted a contract with Marduk to test their new products, Crow, but I never expected to find that you had as well, Rufus.
Well, it's not like I'm an employee here or anything. I'm just a freelancer, so I'm in kind of the same boat as that Arkride guy. But I was just as surprised to bump into Mr. Man in Black here. Turns out he signed on at about the same time as me.
The last I had heard, your group was traveling all over the continent, using the Republic as a base. Is that right?
Alas, I couldn't exactly waltz back into Erebonian now, could I? So, we've been traveling around the Republic, the northern countries, the free cities, and the central eastern countries. And once Meister Jorg joined up with Marduk, we were able to make a connection here through him.
And it's thanks to that I was able to upgrade to a new body. This body really is a technological masterpiece. It can even let me get drunk.
That certainly is amazing, but, isn't it a bit too early for you to start drinking?
Agreed. I think that should wait until you're a grown-up. Let's say, about the same time Nadia is old enough to drink.
Well, I guess it's okay if it's the same as Nadia.
Sheesh, you may look a bit bigger, but you haven't changed much at all on the inside.
Speaking of
Is an
Swin and
AI.
Nadia, you mentioned they'd returned home?
Right. The two of them are originally from Remiferia. Though, it's a shame neither has any family left there to visit.
Still, running into a divine blade and 2 church members here is one thing. But I sure didn't wake up this morning thinking I'd be meeting both C the First and C the Second over there.
Agreed. Both of those gentlemen were at the center of great upheavals in the Empire and Crossbell only a handful of years ago. Not only that, but it's clear that they each have top-level combat potential.
You know, between them and Mr. Spriggan here, Marduk really went out of its way to go after the cream of the crop when it comes to shady dudes.
Lumping me in with them, huh? Well, I can't even really argue against that.
Oh, don't even worry about it. They're all just external contractors. It's not like they're official Marduk employees or anything. Besides, we've all got some skeletons in our closets, right? Guys like them understand a little give and take better than most.
Here at Marduk, fairness is a core policy. In addition, by cultivating working relationships with such individuals, we build a more robust crisis management network. In fact, our technical cooperation with the Septian Church is born of this same philosophy.
I suppose I won't reject such a stance out of hand.
Yeah, if us church folk are making use of hollow and shard technology, then we indirectly benefit from it too.
But Qasim, that can't be the only reason for today's test and all the other stuff you're doing, can it?
Ah. Right. You've gone through your adornment ceremony. So tell me then, Farida, how do you see all this?
I still haven't learned enough about the latest technology or political stuff. But as an honorary substitute priestess of the Kruga, I'm slowly learning how to see the big picture a bit better. Like that big announcement the Republic made back in April, for example. Since then, it's become a great flame, fed by the breath of many and causing a strong updraft. And many people, both good and bad, are looking to ride this draft upwards. So the reason you called us here for this test should have something to do with all that, shouldn't it?
Fairy, you're really something else.
Wowee! You're one of the Kruga, is that right?
Seems like our young girl grew up while I was away.
Well, she's the one with the most potential to grow, after all.
Indeed. Watching her do so has been a treat.
Don't forget those thoughts and feelings. They are, more than anything else, the most important quality for a priestess. They may even help you find your own way in the tumultuous draft to come.
Huh?
My apologies for making you wait, everyone. It may not be much, but I've prepared a humble repast for you to show my gratitude for your continued friendship. We have available handmade finger foods, sandwiches, first flush tea, as well as freshly roasted coffee. We also have a selection of sweets from all...
No. That is not what I meant to do. Okay, well, I don't know what button I hit, but...
We also have a selection of sweets from all over the continent, starting with dried fruits from Valis. Please enjoy.
Where am I put my controller?
No freaking way! They even got stuff from that famous place in Le Mans!
Hooray! I'm just going to have to try them all!
Thank God I can replay all these.
I've come to expect such passion for sweets from Lapis, but
Let me guess. Mr. Spriggan's got a major sweet tooth too.
He most definitely has a certain enthusiasm for desserts, yes.
He even started writing a sweets review blog on the net recently.
Yep, definitely a hardcore sweet tooth.
Come on, man. Ain't you supposed to be some back alley problem solver? Live up to the reputation a little.
Given that both of us have died before, I bet we have a fair bit in common. What do you say we get to know each other better?
What the hell?
I'm not worthy of your regard, but I would love to speak with you, Mr. Zeman.
It's a random way to connect with someone. That's quite the icebreaker. Man, this just keeps going and going. How long has this cutscene been? Oh, well, looks like things have calmed down for now. Best get sniffing out some info. I'd be crazy to let this chance slip by. We got folks from Thor's, the ex-governor general of Crossbell, high-ranking church members, and Marduk, too, of course. Still, probably best I keep things casual for the time being. Do I finally get to walk around? Okay, well, obviously at some point I've had to split the episode because that got quite long. But I'm curious how long that last cutscene was. I think it was actually like a half hour. Probably. Triple tactical bonus? 20,000? Alright. Alright, we're still like super tutorialing. This is a sub-event as well. I do want to look back on that because I did kind of skip through it, just in case it's different. Conversations involving topics. What? That's new, I think. I don't feel like we've seen the yellow one before. Huh. Okay. Alright, well, give me a moment. I need to,
Well,
I've been sitting here for a while. Okay. I am rehydrated. Good to go. I did double check how long that scene was. It was about 20 minutes, which... Interesting. That was very long. Alright. There are only a few non-optional NPCs to talk to.
And make yourself at home.
Today's menu is themed around high tea, so we prepared a variety of light snacks and sweets. In particular, the sweets are sourced from famous stores in various countries across Zemuria. We hope you enjoy them. Okay, how do you speed through? Oh, you hold O. Right. I remember now. Everything's just in a line of 5, except for that one treat. What does it mean?
Here for a serving? It'd be my pleasure.
Oh, are you the random ambient voice? You're a little quiet. We do that again? No, I'm gonna forget about that. Would you like me to cut you a piece? If there's anything you want, please don't hesitate to ask, Mr. Arkride. I hope the food here is to your liking, Mr. Arkride. You bet it is. You guys have got a great selection going on here. It's all carefully laid out, so we won't get tired of eating the same sweets over and over again, even down to the drinks. I am quite glad to see you are enjoying it. If you'd like, please take this as well. I had brought it from the capital. Oh no. Oh, this morning's issue of the Tyrol Times, huh? Pretty thoughtful of you. Biggest PMC in Zemuria. Hard to grasp the scale of an organization like this. Well, suppose I'll enjoy myself for the time being. Ah, shit. I gotta read that. It has been a while since you last visited, Mr. Arkride. Red has had favorable weather this year, and the harvest has been bountiful. We are also offering fresh fruit juice as a non-alcoholic option, so please enjoy. Back. I don't need to leave the reception hall yet. I should enjoy the party to the fullest. Okay, then we got all of you and a random maid. Please have as much as you'd like. And by the way, we're planning on bringing out additional dishes later. Please look forward to that as well. I mean, I won't, but Van certainly will. Alright, we got books. It's been a while. No matter what, I'm going to be blocking that, so we'll move over here. This may be a long... Be prepared to skip if you're not interested. Technology. The vision behind the space program project Startaker has officially kicked off its first phase with the successful launch of its satellite, with preparations for Phase 2 already underway. And speaking as a proud citizen of the Republic, I cannot contain my palpable excitement over this monumental achievement. For those unaware of the general concept of space, allow us to elucidate you to the subject, dear reader. What is space, anyway? Space is hypothesized to be a mysterious realm left behind by the goddess, stretching far above the world's atmosphere. While the question of where its endpoint lies remains a mystery, we do know that it covers the length of the continent's canopy, its boundless space embellished with countless stars, moons, and suns. In theory, with enough speed, one could escape our gravity and break through the atmosphere to reach the space that lies beyond. Program's importance. One of the primary goals of the program is to launch a communications and observation satellite into orbit, enabling wide area above-ground observation as well as transmissions of broadcast orbital waves. The former is expected to help researchers conduct detailed surveillance of the environmental issues impacting eastern Zemuria. Okay, that's kind of where the hook that I was saying, it doesn't feel like there was a lead up to anything. Yeah, the world itself is decaying. Hamilton actually mentioned that. Yeah, the veins are corrupted or something. I don't remember the exact wording, but yeah, the world is dying, or at least Zemuria is dying. The latter will provide further optimization of the orbital network and assist in bringing communications infrastructure to remote areas. So the satellite will help us see that. Ultimate goal. The other principal goal is the realization of manned spaceflight, allowing mankind to take its first step into outer space. If successful, this will be a historical turning point, opening up innumerable possibilities for humanity. Through the program, Calvard Republic will blaze a trail into a new age. Economy. Unexpected industries prosper from the space program. The Republic's economy, bolstered by an era of stability, has hit an all-time high following the space program's announcement, the timing of which couldn't have been more perfect in retrospect, particularly with the Verne Company's substantial investments in space program adjacent technology and the expansion of orbital network-related businesses, wherein satellite communication is the focus. Additionally, other industries that, at first blush, have little relation to the space program are also seeing a windfall in profits. Space themes dominate the entertainment world? Within the film industry, a number of astronaut-themed projects inspired by the space program are being put into production. However, said productions are reportedly being hampered by a lack of available information on the subject. Also, various companies are hosting many space program-themed events, and space merchandise can be found on sale all over the city. Even in bookstores, books on astronomy and similar subjects are flying off the shelves, prompting publishers to issue reprints on the double. These trends will no doubt produce positive effects on our nation's economy. Competition in food and industry heats up. The sectors of the food industry, which manufacture preserved goods, are gearing up to compete for dominance in the space program arena. Professor Cronkite commented that should manned space travel continue in the future, space food will be a necessity for nutritional supplementation during sustained flights. In light of this, the companies are battling it out to secure investment funds and selection by the Aerospace Force, with them presenting proposals such as tube-shaped foods made for easy consumption in zero gravity, or canned foods which can withstand changes in the atmospheric pressure. Opinion. This year's Best Places to Live rankings. The annual Top 10 Most Desired Places to Live within the Republic's list has been posted. For this article, we've picked out 3 entries that, while not on the top of the list, have been rising to prominence in recent years. They're all suburban cities with excellent quality of life and unique characteristics that we think readers will find charming in their own right. Anchorville, situated between the capital and Iracian, Anchorville has developed as a stopover city with its convenient access to public transportation, and many large companies and branch offices have laid roots there, making it an exceptionally comfortable place to live. Further, it's surrounded by relaxing, lush landscapes like forests in the outskirts and rivers with abundant ecosystems. Another boon is that it houses the Republic's foremost hospital, so if any crises were to arise, residents could take comfort knowing a medical facility of the finest repute is only a stone's throw away. Dijon, a mid-sized city south of Edith and hometown of President Graham Hart. It's in a convenient location with railway lines to both Longport and Tharbad. In recent years, there's been an uptick in eastern and central eastern capital flowing into the city, funding multiple shops and thereby contributing to Dijon's flourishing economy. As such, it's attracted the eyes of many a homeowner. Despite concerns over public safety at one point in time, stability has since been restored, allowing its citizens to live with a relative peace of mind. All things considered, the future of Dijon is quite bright indeed. Altair, a border city adjoining Crossbell on the western edge of the Republic. From there, Crossbell is only a 30-minute train ride away on the Transcontinental Railroad. As a result, you can visit Crossbell's tourist hotspots like the inimitable Michelin Wonderland practically every week. Moreover, as one would expect in a border city, money and cultural trends from the Empire and other places have flowed in, making it a must-experience destination for Western brand and gourmet food enthusiasts. Leno Orbital scooters now on sale. Leno has released a new, lighter version of Orbital bikes called Orbital scooters, made fit for quick outings. Anyone 16 years or older can grab a license after taking a written test and a driving test. Students, why not buy one for school commutes or for riding on the streets with friends? Whew. Okay. A lot of this was about space and how it's affecting the world, or the thought of it is affecting the world. I do like hearing about areas that we actually haven't been yet, because there's a good chance if it's in here, one of these three places we'll at least get to visit. Altair, I don't think you actually visit anywhere. There's a cutscene in Azure? No, Zero. Azure? I don't remember which one. There's a cutscene in one of the two games where you actually get to see like a little bit of Altair. But I don't think you actually go to Altair ever, right? So that's good. I didn't know Dijon was even a city, especially that it's Gramhart's hometown. I believe we knew about Anchorville. I don't think we ever went there. Right? Maybe? I don't know, it's been a while. There's a lot of games. Mr. Arkride. Speak of the devil. Nod. Humbled the top dog of the Ironbloods considers me worthwhile of gossip fodder. Near Orion, right? Can't say you two and Rosette seem like the likeliest of trios. As it happens, I've been in contact with Miss Orion over Marduk-related business for a short while now. This man and I have shared some correspondence as well in regard to Miss Rosenberg's situation. As such, this seemed an opportune time to relay any further matters that pertain to them. You don't say? The two of us, on the other hand, already share personal ties. I owed my foundation of knowledge and basic sense to his instruction several years ago. How could I ever forget? But I must say, you've come to hardly even resemble the pawn, that is, the person you were back then. I appreciate you saying so. Pretty loaded thank you there. Guess I'll just keep my nose to myself, though. That is probably for the best. And they were both ally and adversary during the war, after all. Anyway, nice to finally meet you in person instead of over comms for once, Rufus A. Wasn't he supposed to take on another name, but he went with Rufus A? Kind of a pain to dance around the name, though. You mind if I just call you Alberea when no one's looking? Do as you will. I doubt it will turn many heads these days. It's an honor to finally make the vaunted Spriggan's acquaintance, especially after my limited range of activity in Edith. Feels backwards coming from an ex-big shot like yourself, but more importantly, you really came in clutch for my pal in his last moments. Getting a chance to give him one final send-off was lucky enough, but bringing Mario along to do the same was a cherry on top. Even after accounting for Swin and Nadia's sitch, that still leaves me a debt I aim to pay you back for. Mr. Arkride, I was merely repaying my own personal debt to the man. People do say that for one so streetwise, you place an uncharacteristic emphasis on obligational duty. But even still, to have you so indirectly beholden to me is a tad discomforting. And here I could have sworn I was talking to the most shameless opportunist this side of Zemuria. One good turn deserves another, so feel free to call in a favor whenever it suits you. As long as it doesn't cross my boundaries, that is. I'm the kind of guy who's set in his ways. Duly noted. Evidently, we are more compatible than I gave us credit for. Much as I hate to admit it. Mr. Arkride is surprisingly open-minded to deal with Rufus so freely. Those who do tend to wind up being cajoled into something or outright used for his benefit. Though I suppose those tendencies of his have changed somewhat ever since he met Lapis, Nadia, and Swin. Is that so? I'm not familiar with Mr. Alberea, but your assessment of Mr. Arkride is certainly correct. This event of ours has gathered many people of many walks, be it Thor's, the church, and otherwise. The opportunities we present in doing so may well prove significant, more significant than the training itself. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. Incidentally, I hear that you've been entrusted with a great many responsibilities at the Epstein Foundation, Miss Orion. It's quite impressive, especially considering you're also part of the Thor's Strategic Research Lab. Thank you very much. But I don't think I'm quite as impressive as you, Rosette. You managed to take care of your tasks for Marduk, while also working at the Arkride Solutions. Speaking of which, I may need to call upon your assistance in the future with regard to my new responsibilities. I hope to work together with you again when the time comes. Yes, of course. New responsibilities, I wonder. While I may not fully understand what my employer was trying to accomplish here, I'm pleased that we could provide an opportunity for you to strengthen your relations with the people of Thor's and the Septian Church, Mr. Arkride. I'm sure this will prove invaluable to your future Spriggan work. In a way, I suppose I've become somewhat indebted to the Marduk Company. On top of my connections with the Meister, becoming an external tester for them has granted me a certain degree of freedom. That being said, I also have my own thoughts concerning Marduk. As such, I'm only along for the ride for the time being. From our conversation earlier, it's clear that you are a very open-minded person, Mr. Arkride. And it seems like you have a certain strength we lack, particularly when it comes to dealing with people like Rufus. I hope we can take this opportunity to build a good working relationship in the future. Oh, hey, Arkride. Making the rounds already? How admirable. This is indeed a prime opportunity to expand your horizons. I'd say mine are broad enough, both front stage and back. Our wily host here has given me plenty of incentive with the crowd he's gathered. 2 Dominions, 1 active, 1 retired, the crew from Thor's. And to top it off, a certain big shot who shouldn't even exist anymore. Bit overkill for just a combat tech unveiling, if you ask me. I'm always the pointed critic, are we? As you are already aware, Marduk had the privilege of entering a technological alliance with the holy city of Arteria. Consequently, we are anticipating a great deal of collaboration on Zypha and Shard technology with not only them, but the Epstein Foundation as well. And that is also how Father Kevin and Mr. Zeman here were procured to participate in today's tests. Nice way to spin it. Felt more to me like you had the Holy City and Foundation with their backs to the wall. I'm well aware that there has been an ulterior motive at play from the outset, but you have my gratitude for the occasion nonetheless. It's true that this is not entirely without an agenda, but I do hope that you can consider it equitable for all involved. Marduk's mission statement calls for a proactive approach to publicly releasing our innovations, the AR technology from today included. Yeah, hand to heart, it flat out floored me. VR is impressive enough, but this is the sort of thing that blurs the boundaries of reality altogether. And that is the very concept behind its development, actually. We already had a theoretical framework, but it was the 6th generation Zypha standard that finally allowed us to bring it into fruition. Of course, the sheer scale of spatial mapping required limits. Spatial mapping required limits. The sheer scale of spatial mapping required limits its application. Limits its application to dedicated facilities such as this at present. Why do you talk like that? That is so correct. I just emphasized the wrong word and got so lost. That notwithstanding, when presented side by side with virtual reality, something of this nature is certain to make waves the world over. And given that both the Church and the Foundation have now been brought on, it leaves me very curious as to the project's end goal. Oh well, at the very least, I can assure you that our aims are nothing nefarious. Master's got intimidation down to an art. Ain't often someone can throw Thorndyke this far off balance. Yep, even now, our commander and the rest of us Gralsritter can't hold a candle to him. On the flip side, I'd say the only person who could right now would be none other than Her Holiness. Oh yeah? And by that you mean... In any event, it's a shame you and Father Kevin brought a smaller turnout than initially anticipated, Mr. Arkride. Granted, invitations were not extended to those members of your office with whom appeared to have unavoidable business to attend to. But after all our painstaking efforts, I'd hoped to have more testers to astound with our newest combat and AR technology. So that's how it is. Agnes is busy with finals right now, while Katra and his college credit requirements to deal with. Doubt Rosette would have offered that info, so he must have found out through some other means. Oh, don't sweat it. We've got a decent handle on all this now, so I'll give our team the rundown when we're back in the capital. Besides, any gaps I leave, Rosette and Master will be there to fill in. Indeed, Agnes and the others should take to it like fish to water. On that note, I'm a bit surprised that you arrived by your lonesome, Kevin. Your other squires, I can understand, but one would at least expect you to have brought Reese along. About that. I'm guessing you probably already heard, Master. But over on the Arteria side of things. Alright, sharing time's over. This combo's on a need-to-know basis only. A pity that. Though I do have a faint idea, courtesy of the grapevine. It's a bit galling, I must add, that our company wasn't tasked with incorporating the Zypha standard into your core systems. The ones the Church keeps under top-secret wraps, you mean? Probably about time with how outdated it must be. And Reese, she's your childhood friend, right? The one whose thumb they say you're always under? Cool it with the two-pronged attack, will ya? Oh, God. Seems like you and Master go way back, though I don't think you're one of his direct disciples. Yeah, it's not like he taught me martial arts or anything like that. When I first became a Dominion, he helped me learn how to control my stigma. Man, the commander and everyone else were so intimidating. I have to cough. Hold. Aline was also keeping an eye on you, as she was concerned about how you were handling your stigma. So there was nothing else to do but thoroughly drill it into you, to make sure you wouldn't do anything you would come to regret. True enough, becoming a Dominion means that something you gotta watch out for. So your direct disciples would be Celise, Leon, oh, and that 8th Dominion too. The one who received your stigma, right? Indeed. In fact, I had already been instructing Gaius even before he became a Dominion. Naturally, there were a few others as well. Yeah, like Vazi and Abbas. They both learned the Kunlun style straight from Master Bearguard. Vazi's polished up his techniques so much since then, he's made them into his own style altogether. Man, really puts into perspective just how much influence Master has in the church. Might just be an unofficial disciple, but I'm glad I had the chance to learn from him. Did I default to Vazi? It's Wazi. I knew we'd end up crossing paths eventually, but sure isn't how I expected it to go. I thought we'd meet up on one of your 4 SPGs, not during a Marduk training exercise. And it makes you wonder how all of us, yourself included, ended up being part of this bizarre get-together. Well, besides just collaborating on technology, it's probably got something to do with us in the church, too. It's a wonderful twist of fate, and to be able to converse with both you and Kevin like this. If possible, I'd love to get all of my disciples together someday, hidden or otherwise, and have a nice long chat. I'm honored and all, but just thinking about it it's enough to make me claustrophobic. Mind letting me off the hook for that one? You and Mr. Zeman both tend to read too deeply into our intentions. If I may set your mind at ease regarding our technical cooperation with the Church and Foundation, as well as the purpose of this gathering, please understand that these are not motivated by personal or political gain. I would be grateful if you could relax a bit, at least a little bit. No thanks. In fact, it's not about being personal. It's not being about personal or political gain. It not being about personal or political gain means you gotta be hiding something even shadier. Still, it doesn't seem like he's lying about the purpose of the exercise. Damn it, I can never get a read on him. And just what are these guys really up to? I have no idea. I don't know. What's up? Entered already, huh? Ah, hello there, Arkride. Find anything AFD. You translated it. Word on the streets that you're out to conquer the confectionery world, one sweet at a time. Not the way I'd phrase it, but sure. As for you, little lady, Nadia and Swin weren't kidding when they said you could pack it away. Old man Jorg worked out a way to convert it all into doll-compatible energy, I'm told. It was a shock to us, too, way back when, and her stomach's grown a few sizes since, even. Almost makes you want to keep the feed coming, just to see how much more she can wolf down. Here, Lapis. How about another helping of roast chicken, all slathered in gravy? Oh, thank you. Moving on, it's good to officially meet you, Schwarzer. Oh. Armbrust. And again, Clausel and Miss Herschel have told me so many stories that this feels more like a reunion. And that sounds about right, and we've heard a few things here and there about you too. Though Crow has the edge on me there, given the near miss you had during the immigrant incident. Yeah, no hard feelings, but I was doing some poking around in your business at the time. Figures you were skulking behind the curtain. Hard to think of you as just a stranger, especially with an MO like that. I'm pretty sure that was an optional request. We'll take that as an honor. By the way, we're around the same age too, right? Not sure how much you've already caught on to my whole situation, but right now I run a freelance contracting office over in the free city of Tulsum. We need extra hands, and just give me a ring, yeah? Be nice if the offer stands the other way around too. Well, fancy that. Most of the jobs you take must be bigger in scale than my usual fare. But sure, can't go wrong paving a two-way street with the original C, Erebonia's unsung hero. Not sure how much use I'll be with whatever errands you and the not so unsung hero here have got going on, though. Sorry, but that's a card we'll have to keep close to our chest. Still, it'd be great to know we can rely on each other for help, in the case something does come up. Not to mention, I believe we already have a certain acquaintance in common. Ah, you must be that junior disciple, she means. Right. Well, I won't just out and name drop her, but you've got my condolences. And watch your step. One look at that sword play you showed off earlier and she'll drag you into a fight if it's the last thing she does. I'll keep that in mind. Well, for all the improvements I've made, she seems to be climbing even higher. Two had a run in at the start of last year, right? She must be some real serious business, if that's your takeaway. The way things are set up this time around, we're probably in for a close brush. Or even closer, depending. And on that note, I got a request for you, Arkride. Any chance you and the rest of your Solutions crew can take Princess Silverblade in? Maybe keep a tight leash on her for a bit? You nuts? We haven't even heard a peep from her in over 2 months now. The last time was when she tried to make up for eating my limited edition cake with a half-ass replacement and a tee-hee whoopsie. Early summer exclusive sweet cherry one, you mean? I remember that scene. I had a slice of it myself. It was so simply adorable and outrageously scrumptious to boot. That was an inside job. Wait, weren't you still in shard form back then? He's got more layers to him than the story suggests, pun not intended. Yeah, plus a pal in the CID we should be on our toes about. Still, I think we can trust this one, more or less. Can't believe you even know my fellow disciple. You've got quite the network. Seems like you have dealings with the guild, and you're even familiar with Father Kevin over there. Honestly, it didn't end up this way on purpose. My involvement with the guild's just because of an old acquaintance of mine who works there. I guess the rumors of your connection with a certain famous beauty in the guild are true then. Makes me wonder about your other childhood friend. How much do you guys already know about me? Hate to break it to you, but I don't have anything interesting to share about that four-eyed sadist at the moment. He's been busier than ever lately. Can hardly get in touch with the guy as is. Oh, so the CID's pretty busy, huh? Considering the timing, that's gotta be... Yeah, it's probably related to that project of theirs. On top of that, it might have something to do with why we're invited here. I've heard a lot about you from Toa and Fee. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. I don't know if we'll get another chance to collaborate, but I certainly hope we do. We have so many acquaintances in common after all, beyond just my fellow disciple. We might not exactly be colleagues, but I suppose you could say we're in the same line of work. Anything pops up on both our radars, we should work together. We've already had some near misses with each other in the past, after all. Everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses. Depending on the case, we might be able to cover for each other, don't you think? No, that body of yours is pretty impressive. Really feels alive, for lack of a better word. Only ever saw you in that shard body before, so this is extra new to me. Thanks, I'm glad. Everyone likes it. I can't wait to show it off to Swin and Nadia, too. I wonder if they'll be excited when they see how much I've grown. Oh, you haven't seen them since you got the new body, huh? Nope, both of them are on their way back home, so the timing just didn't work out. But I'm supposed to meet up with them pretty soon. I can't wait to see the look on their faces. They're taking the effort to meet up. There's gotta be some kind of reason, right? It makes me wonder what those kids are up to. This body was designed to simulate what would happen if my previous body grew the same way a person does. Okay. Growing up alongside everyone else like this makes me feel like I'm really alive. I love it. Because more than anything, it feels like I'm walking through time with Swin and Nadia. Understandable? Wait, oh, you're all part of this. I thought she was separate. As far as springing yourself into a full-body action at a moment's notice goes, I'll grant passing marks. It would appear that you've greatly refined your predictive eye over the course of your traineeship. You think so? All of the help Van and Aaron gave me must have paid off. I'm really starting to feel like my moves are 2 steps ahead of whatever my teammates are about to do. Even so, your grasp of the battlefield in its entirety is less than optimal. You over-rely on the auras close by to inform your actions. To truly embody the essence of a Kruga warrior, you must draw in the flames of the war zone and channel them into a godly roar of lightning, a step which is yet beyond you. Ah, you're way too hard on me, Kasim. Like sister, like brother, always in combat mode. Can't they talk about something more, I don't know, party appropriate? And that's just the Kruga way for you. They got more of a typical brother-sister relationship than you'd think, though outside of combat or training. When the whole family was together at their last New Year's festival, Kasim doted on Fairy with a vengeance. And the way he'd beam at their 2 littlest sibbies. Sibbies? Like nothing I'd ever seen out of him before. What a term. Sibbies. I can't even picture it. You were at the village's New Year festival, though, eh? Not that I didn't have my hunches. Still, going to meet the boyfriend's parents at their holiday homecoming, you two must be pretty serious. Marduk and the Kruga have a partnership, that's all. Some equipment got newly refurbished and... nuts to this. No use pretending otherwise. We've been going steady for about 3 years now, and so he figured it was about time to introduce me. Whoa, that long already? 2 years older than Rosette, right? Sure, that's still plenty young, but you sure as hell ain't a teenager anymore. And here you are, dating in the workplace, seizing the day on and off the clock. Man, what I wouldn't give. Listen, yo. Perhaps you should prioritize your own private affairs before making sport of others. Did I know this? Did I? Was there any obvious hints about this that I just forgot about? I think there might have been. Maybe this just put something in my head that wasn't there before, but I feel like I remember being like, oh, like based on one thing they said to each other, like, oh, are they secretly a thing or something? I don't mean to suggest putting the self above all else, but there are some fields in which a fulfilling personal life will directly impact one's performance. Your hollow style and Kunlun expertise, for instance, to say nothing of the 4 SPGs you undertake. Can't argue there. I'm pretty curious about that part of Van's life myself. Apparently he and Elaine used to go out when they were still in school. Get out of town. I'd heard he, she, and the Prez's four-eyed aide were an old posse together, but... Wellity. Ex-sweethearts with beauty's blade. Now, if that don't beat all, how is that not common knowledge? How's about we go a little more in-depth on your relationship statuses, Like, say, with Rosette? Pardon my insolence. I've got no flings to speak of, so have pity. Ladies and gentlemen, we've prepared additional sweets and delicacies for your enjoyment. We'll be bringing them out around shortly. Feel free to call us if we can be of service to you. Oh damn, that's from the Arabonia place. The one that caters to the Imperial family itself. Hold your horses, Van. Better wait till I've got a bit more room in the old stomach before I dig into those. Oh god. Trying additional sweets will change the location of some characters and provide new topics? Will they be voiced? Probably not. Oh, I do have to talk to you, though. You're really caring and friendly, you know that, Mirabelle. All my younger brothers are super attached to you. They can't wait to see you again. Oh, those kids are so cute. I spent a heap of time playing with them while we were staying in the Kruga village. But honestly, if we're talking about Karen and friendly, Kasim's mother and everyone else in the village have me beat. They were all quite taken with you. I'm sure they'll be eager to see you again. That having been said, I have left the ways of the Kruga behind me. Even if we were to be together, living in the Kruga village would prove very difficult. Kasim, I don't care about all that, so long as I can be with you, Kasim. Damn. Wait, I can't be saying such embarrassing things here. Stuff here, of all places. Huh, my apologies. Still, I haven't completely severed ties with my family. I'm sure it'd be okay to show my face there from time to time, like I did during the New Year's festival. If that's the case, then why did you make me say all that in the first place? But I can't deny I'm happy to hear it. I can't wait to see you back at the village someday, Mirabelle. And I know that Umi, my younger brother, and the rest of the villagers will feel the same. Is Umi separate? What did Umi mean? Though I may have left the warriors of Kruga to follow my own path, my feelings towards the village and my family haven't changed. It's only natural that I'd introduce Mirabelle to my family and take care of my younger siblings as well. You too should value such bonds. Only by doing so will you be able to remain firm in your own convictions. My brother can be pretty harsh when it comes to training and combat, but when we're at the Kruga village, he's still super nice to me. Just the other day, we cooked dinner together and played with the kids in the village. No matter what, well, he'll always be a proud big brother I've always known. When Kasim first invited me to meet his family, I'll admit I was a mite nervous. But they're all good folk. I got used to it pretty quickly after I spent a little time with them. His parents seemed to like me too. Well, that's enough about me anyhow. When am I gonna hear some juicy stories about you, huh? Gotta get him pretty drunk, probably, which wouldn't be too hard. They say this is the Empire's ultimate dessert. The Empress of Chocolate Cakes herself, the Sacatorte. Or something. My, you certainly know your stuff. It was made fresh in the Empire just this morning, and air delivered here. Shall I cut you a piece? Yeah, I got a slice.
That rich, decadent butter cake slathered in a smooth, lustrous ganache. I hear it's even been soaked in a sweet and deliciously tart apricot jam. I'm drooling just thinking about it. Can I get a piece? Wait, no, 2 pieces?
I'll take the entire cake!
What the crap?
Hello, Van. Doesn't this cake look exceptionally yummy? I'd love to be able to take it home and share it with Nadi and Swin, but it'll probably get eaten up here, huh? What a shame.
Sir?
It's fine. You can give it to her.
Oh.
Thanks! I'll take it then.
You actually backed down?
Wow, that cake Lapis had looked delicious! Can I get some too? Van?
I failed you, my Empress.
It'll be all right, sir. We have a second one ready in the back. I'll go prepare it.
Oh. Shortly thereafter, Van got a slice from the backup the maid brought. Prize in hand, he took the time to slowly savor its rich, delicate sweetness. Lapis tried to get more, but he stopped her. Conversations are still flowing. At this point, I kinda just want to grab a coffee and put my feet up. But like I thought, really is a lot going on here. Guess I oughta keep sniffing out leads. Oh. Okay, wait, I see different just different pairings now? Feels like an intermission. Aren't we still in the prologue? The Sacatorte's gone already. My apologies. I'll make sure we have more available next time.
Would you care for a serving? It'd be my pleasure.
That was a little louder. I brought out some additional dishes, both sweet and savory. All of them come from renowned establishments. Please enjoy them to your heart's content. Eye the door? Okay.
Please relax and make yourself at home.
This is where we'll be serving our additional dishes. We prepared fresh drinks as well, so please let us know if there's something you'd like. Maybe I should grab a drink quick. There we go. It's such an interesting song. I get Super Mario RPG vibes from it. Pretty obvious why. I see. So your dialects both originate from the northeastern regions of central Zemuria. Seems so. And that's the place my grandpappy was born and raised, after all. And you mentioned being from Ouroboros, right, Kevin? Yep, one of those middlemost of the free cities. One of the middlemost of the free cities, right to the south of Arteria. Wasn't a lot of people who sound like I do, though. Oh, you'd find them more in the boonies up northways. Funny, I once had a Liberlian merchant for a client, and she mentioned having roots in the free cities too. Heh, I think I know just the gal you're talking about. Sure do cast a wide net though, Arkride. I even got all chummy with two of my colleagues through Master Bearguard, right? Now you got a whole nother slew of names to add to the list. Yeah, well, chummy is a strong word in those cases. But yeah, between the Thor's crew and Ironblood number 1, it's been a lot of first meetings. Even you, haven't seen in a while. Someone content to stay cooped up in his narrow little slice of Edith, though. This sort of thing's way out of my comfort zone. Ah, hooey, you got friends in high places from the guild to the CID, and your inside tracks under the table go deeper than just Hayaway. To say nothing of his connections at Marduk, all of it can be attributed to his personal magnetism, I'm sure. You lay off the overselling before it puts me smack dab in the middle of Elsheim and Ikaruga's crosshairs. Throw some Liberlian royals or Erebonian witches on top of that, and then I'll really have a meltdown. It's directly against Olivier and Erebonian witches. I guess it would just be... There are multiple. Oh god, don't tell me I forgot her name. That's impossible. She's in so many games. It was Vita. Vita. I forgot Vita's name. And also Emma, which... I would have said... I did remember Emma. I swear I remembered Emma's name. But I was thinking of Vita. Alright, keep your shirt on. Yeesh, I'd rib about you jinxing it for yourself, but you genuinely sound worn slap out over this. Your new dialect here. Unsurprising, in for a reg, in for a selge is a core tenet of Mr. Arkride's style, as it were. Heh, well, not to sound like Master Bearguard, but if it means forging more ties, that's something to be valued. Friendly advice, though. You might want to rein back on cozying up with to that den of snakes. Sorry to come down so hard. Yeah, it's not like I don't have my fair share of contacts there, too. But even if I'd take them over the cult or Armada, some of the heretics they've got are nothing to laugh about. That includes a handful you're all too familiar with, like your good pal, the Oathbreaker. Familiar and pal are also strong words there. I get what you're trying to say. Ain't something you gotta hammer in with me, though. I only ever judge people for the people they are. Still, I'll watch my step. Wouldn't want to get into hot water with your old self now, would I? Oh, I've long washed my hands of that. Just try to keep off of Iscariot's radar, alright? Oh boy, underneath the goofball exterior, he's still a top-class Grell's Raider through and through. And according to Marduk's data, you went by a more grisly title until 6 years ago. The past is the past. What matters is how one lives in the present. Though perhaps that rings a bit odd coming from me of all people. There's that. Mirabelle, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Oh, hush up and take the hug. I swear you really are such a... Mirabelle, please, we're in public. Aw, don't mind the rubbernecks. Giving you a big old squeeze is one of my only order of business right now. This is all a misunderstanding. Man, what a sight to behold. Friendship between women is a beautiful thing. Not like I disagree, but I don't want to see you trying to worm your way in between them, got it? Of course, that'd be a crime even the goddess wouldn't forgive. But, Arkride, don't you think it's kind of harsh to suspect a priest of thinking that stuff like that? I'm pretty sure... wait, was it the Daybreak series that has the nun who's, like, overly obsessed with... Yeah, it is. She's in Calvard, for sure. I don't remember who it is. Well, we're gonna find her, though, eventually. Anyhow, it's not like I'm a stranger to seeing wholesome moments like that one. I remember a childhood friend of mine being absolutely smothered with affection because of how cute she was. Not Mirabelle. I suppose you could say that she's the overly affectionate type. But still, I'm the person who I am today because she stuck by my side. Mirabelle has been watching over me for a long time, since even before I obtained my current body. I suppose she might have developed a special attachment to me because of that. In that regard, I can't say I dislike this brazen side of her at all. It's an expression of how she truly feels. I've known Rosette for a long time. I know all sorts of things about how she operates. On top of that, I've been looking after her since back when she wasn't able to move on her own. So I feel like I understand her spirit better than anyone. Yep, I'm definitely gonna give that girl another hug later. Oh yeah, I actually forgot about that. Rosette's like entire body is... what's the word? Prosthetic? Yeah, most of her body's prosthetic because of a bad accident. I forgot the accident, though. Yo, Arkride, making the rounds again. Hustle never stops for you, does it? I could stand to learn much about driving business from a self-employed man such as yourself. Saying about talking shop, your little trio just had so much combined fishiness that I could practically see the stink lines. Sounds rich coming from me, I know, but on some level, I'm the most stand-up guy here. Might have to give you that one. And the both of us do share a dark history, as well as an associate with a certain letter of the alphabet. I also seem to recall appealing to the Ashen Chevalier during my tenure as the Noble Alliance's Chief of Staff in the Civil War. Oh yeah, that did happen. You'd be putting it in a way that doesn't make us sound like a bad situationship, though. It's true that there's no particular amity between us. Even so, fate has tied us together, however loosely. With your freelancing practice underway, I'm sure the time will come when I will have need to hire you. Use and abuse me more like. So, what are you mixed in with these two for? Hashing out that contractor work Mirabelle brought up? It is as you surmise, yes. There are some minor points to discuss now that they, like you, are external testers for Marduk Total Security Company. Well, in my case, I can't really expect a lot of backing, so I'm getting some from them in exchange for a trial run in a new, well, let's call it vehicle. Sorry for all the pauses. I have to cough so often. It's like 80 degrees in here, so the air is very thin, so when I run out of breath, it's like, oh shit, you know? That's just what happens. You know the situation with Lapis well enough that I have no need to explicate mine any further. Though it bears mentioning that it is largely due to the goodwill of Meister Jorg after his transfer to Marduk. Again, with the casual secret spilling, not that Ren hasn't already filled me in on that. Huh, so this is where he's been? As for this trial run, I think I'm catching on. Guessing it has to do with where you're heading after this. Heh, my lips are zipped. At any rate, Marduk has made external testers of us all. Now, what say we capitalize on this opportunity to deepen our bonds of camaraderie? Pass! Huh, so delightfully in sync. I'll be expecting great things from you all. Say, Arkride, I hear you're really into cars, isn't that true? Yeah, suppose you could say I'm a bit of a gearhead. Even drove here in my beloved Nightbreaker. Put a lot of elbow grease into customizing her. Heh, I think we're gonna get along just fine. I've always been a bit of a nut when it comes to Orbital bikes and stuff. If we get the chance, might be nice to show off our machines and have a chat about our favorite rides. Man after my own heart. I'll be looking forward to it. Now that I think about it, I did hear Armbrust had a hand in the development of orbital bikes in the Empire. Actually, that's not all. He had a whole different kind of ride he was pretty fond of too. You know, I bought a new bike for work just a little while ago. Made some customizations of my own too. Glad to know we've got got more in common than just work. By the way, you're Swin and Nadia's boss, aren't you? I heard the two of them talk. We're taking a trip back home. You planning to meet up with them somewhere? Yes, although that's not to say I'll be following them to their hometowns. We've already arranged to meet elsewhere. In fact, I believe they should be setting out for there shortly. Ah, okay. Guess you'll be heading that way soon too then. Meeting up elsewhere, huh? From how he worded it, it doesn't sound like they'll be getting together at one of their usual haunts. As for where that is or what they're up to, I ain't got a damn clue. Those two are going to have quite a long journey ahead of them, immediately following their homecoming trip, no less. Well, they're both used to traveling. Moreover, I believe Nadia will be pleased with the location. I don't foresee any issues on that front. If there's any cause for concern, it'll be about what happens after we meet up. I have no idea what's going on with them. You assisted with the good Meister's relocation as well, did you not? Oh yeah, Van did help with all that. And getting Lapis 2 Swin and Nadia or something? Oh, so we did kind of know. We didn't know where he relocated him, but rest assured, he was able to comfortably settle into a workshop back home, all thanks to your efforts. Why, if you're feeling up to it, perhaps you should drop by and give him a visit. Oh god, this one's gonna be a little bit... Oh, Van, that cake earlier was absolutely delectable. It makes me wish I paid the original shop a visit with Nadia while infiltrating the Imperial capital 2 years ago. Back. I don't even know where to start with that sentence, but wait, you ate the whole thing already. Look, specialty cakes like that are something master patissiers pour their entire souls into. And so they call these mille fui. Oh, I've looked this up before.
Milfoy.
Okay, well, that says milfoy, but the actual text under it says mealfoy. I don't know. I can't pronounce that, though. Apparently. The creaminess, the crispiness, it's to die for. Listen, you. There, Van. But wow, Lapis, you sure have a big appetite. I remember you staring holes into the food at Monmar, too, back when you were a fairy. Seconds away from drooling, even. The sorry sight had Yume dead set on feeding you. Even in her previous body, she was an unfathomable glutton. But this new stage of development likely allows her to consume more than ever before. Bad news for Swin and Nadia's savings. though I'll bet a certain rook's got a nest egg hidden away. Oh, you snagged yourself some Sacatorte, too. The place it came from's gained a real high-end rep over its long history. Must be a rare treat, even for an Erebonian. Actually, a close relative of mine has a fondness for it, so I do get some from her on occasion. Milliam? She's been holding off nowadays, though, out of consideration for her weight. Her latest fixation is pretzels, per the recommendation of our cross-spelling acquaintance. Oh, now you've got my attention. Pretzels are made from a totally different type of dough, I hear. Fill me in on what those are exactly. A pretzel is a dense, chewy bread made by twisting dough, then baking it. From sweet and savory salted honey to crispy bacon wrapped, every kind is worth a try. Oh, that does sound tasty. And a good fit for field rations, too. Yeah, one theory even says that they were first made in monasteries as a shelf-stable food during the Dark Ages. And they've all eaten so much, and yet their dessert discussions are no less lively for it. I'm sure it would be even livelier were Milliam and Yuna here. I've been traveling around lots of places with Rufus, and everywhere we go, I get to try all kinds of sweets, not just pretzels. Considering this is Lapis we're speaking of, every restaurant she visits is at great risk of being eaten out of business. I believe Milliam and Yuna would be exceedingly jealous were they to catch wind of this. Ever since I came to the Republic, I've seen so many new kinds of sweets. But I'm super curious about the ones Lapis has tried while traveling too. Aren't you wondering about that too, Van? Now that you mention it, yeah. Once I've saved up enough Mira, maybe I'll tour the continent and try out all the sweets Zemuria has to offer. Either way, I'll want to hear the details from you later, Lapis. Sure, fine by me. He's looking at me so intensely, it's a little scary. Rufus has taken me to lots of places, and I've tried... Okay, wait. If I had to recommend somewhere to you, it's gotta be Valis. Okay, the first line started the same. Oh, but if I'm recommending Valis, I guess that means that Thorndyke guy could also give you some tips. Hold up, you're really asking me to talk to Thorndyke about sweets, of all people? Well, he's not lit up again. Your passion for sweets is truly remarkable, Mr. Arkride. There's someone very close to me who also has an insatiable sweet tooth, but how should I put this? I can sense how driven you are. I'll take that as a compliment. Not a bad thing to be passionate about what you love. I like the sweets from back home and all, but there sure are a lot of different kinds of sweets in the world, huh? This past year, I've learned about so many things I never would have known while I was still living in the village. And after meeting all the people here, I want to learn about new stuff even more. You. Is it just me, or is the food running out faster than we anticipated? Just to be on the safe side, I'll arrange for some extra dishes to be brought out. Well, I guess it's just Lapis and Van. They're the cause of that entirely. Hey, last group? Before we eat another set of sweets and then everyone moves around again? I hope not. It is an honor to meet you again. Once again, young Divine Blade. Neither the Empire's campaign nor the subsequent crisis in Crossbell would have reached a resolution were it not for you. Oh no, I couldn't have done it without the help of all my friends and allies. Father Bearguard and Marduk had a hand in things too, I'm told. Indeed, though Marduk's cooperation was more closely aligned with Operation Mille Mirage. We called upon the various Jaeger Corps across Zemuria and facilitated their contract with the Viceland army. I hadn't realized. If anyone could have pulled that off, it's your company. As for myself, being unable to act in any official capacity, a modest bit of assistance to the Radiant Wings was the best I could provide. This hardly compensates for that, but allow me to express how proud I am of what Gaius was able to accomplish with all of you. It just doesn't get more dependable than him, even compared to the rest of Class 7. He was so sure you had passed away, all the way up until late last December, was it? Yes, our first reunion in 3 years. I had expected some measure of anger, but instead he simply embraced me without so much as a word. A finer disciple than I deserved, that one. Heh, that sounds like him all right. I made Father Gaius's acquaintance the other day as a result of Marduk's technological partnership with the church. He is as exceptional a youth as they claim, diligent in his self-betterment and as mighty as any dominion. Above all is his ability to become one with the wind. Would that my sister could follow his example. Just curious. Oh, okay, so I didn't know if, like, the relevant terms were, like, if you didn't know what a dominion was and they just said dominion, if that would have popped up, or if it's just general terms. Wait, are you saying? Ah, yes, I've heard tell from this from their elder. Oh, and I was too focused. He's become one with the wind? He's mastered his ability? But supposedly, the people of the Nord Highlands share a common ancestor with the Kruga. Yes, and though not at all a recent one, our connection is best described as that of distant kinsmen. Around 1,000 years ago, during the chaos after the Great Collapse, the Nord tribe migrated from the Central East to northwestern Zemuria. The Kruga, on the other hand, remained in the Central East, with each tribe vowing to act as protectors of their respective regions. I never knew. Such is also written of in the Testaments, making it more fact than a mere folklore. It is due in part to my curiosity over that very verse that I was compelled to travel to Nord. And you ended up finding another disciple there. Call that fate at work. From what I hear, the Nord tribe taps into the breath of the winds and the Kruga flames. Apparently those winds did their part in helping the Empire's curse blow over. Exactly what role are the flames meant to play? Well, you've grown, Van, pressing such an incisive point at this of all moments. Truly, have you done credit to your reputation as a dropout disciple, to put it in Mother Celise and Father Leon's terms. Well, excuse me for not being a valedictorian. And for the record, compared to Gaius, those two are practically still thumb-sucking little rugrats themselves. No, be at ease. Consider this a friendly student rivalry of sorts. Okay. How? Leon disses me like a stab to the jugular. Regardless, I have already distanced myself from the Kruga tribe's charge. It will have to be Farida who gives the answer you seek, or rather, who uncovers it alongside you all. Ah, forget it. Dancing around the topic's nothing new for you. My apologies, but this is genuinely the best I'm able to answer. Although, there is more I can divulge, were you to become her groom, and thus a brother of the Kruga. Oh, whoa. Warn a guy before you start busting out the crazy hypotheticals. And since when have you ever smiled like that? If looks could kill, it'd be capital murder. An overactive imagination on your part. Looks like expectations weigh heavy on him, in every direction at that. Much like yourself in the recent past, do try to foster a cordial relationship if you could. Of course, I was already hoping to. Alright, that's probably all I can poke and prod around about. Looks like the cogs are turning in more places than I imagined. Whatever, time to break this off and kick back with a good cup of joe. Okay, from the travel menu? Gotcha. Which means that you're giving me a chance to go talk to them again. If you wish to learn about the Kruga way of life, you ought to observe Farida as she discovers it for herself. Naturally, were you to become my brother-in-law, there would be more I could divulge. but you will need to be prepared to face the consequences. Not to single you out in particular, any man who would become Farida's husband will need to demonstrate to me the depths of their commitment. You got a real sister complex there, you know that? Do we have characters yet? Not really. Okay, I'm pretty sure ages are on the characters, and I'm pretty sure Van is like 28 or something? 29? Isn't she like 14? Why would you even consider that, sir? Say what you will, Van, but it's good to see you making the rounds with everyone. True, there may be those here who are just as wary of becoming involved with you as they are of Marduk, but even so, I'm sure that if you take the opportunity to form good connections, it'll be beneficial to you in the future. Knowing you, I'm certain you'll be able to form fast friendships here, particularly with the people of Thors, from Thors. By the way, I heard you got some kind of business to attend to after this. I had to guess, I'd say it's something to do with the current state of things, just like you being invited to this field test. Any chance I'm right? Yes, and that's correct. We were given an invitation by a source that I probably shouldn't name. Can't really get more specific than that. But anyway, we accepted primarily because there are things we want to find out for ourselves. Once we meet up with our other companions, we hope we'll be able to move around as we see fit. After we complete our business, of course. Must be talking about friends who didn't come with him from the Empire. I guess some of them are already in the Republic. In the Republic already. If that's the case, you might end up needing a hand from someone living locally, don't you think? Yes, well, knowing someone in the area certainly will make things easier for us. For now, our friend of ours, working in the Republic, is expected to handle those arrangements. Nice. Sounds like you got it covered. But if you ended up needing any help on the Republic side, don't hesitate to ask, yeah? Thanks. It's reassuring to hear you say that. It does make me feel a little guilty for not being able to share any details with you, though. The way he's talking, I think I've got a good idea who Schwarzer's planning to meet up with. Guess it all hinges on where they plan on taking action. Well, if it comes down to it, I might be able to offer some indirect support through his connections. Sorry, can't share any more info with you. Nonetheless, I want to thank you for your kind offer, and depending on the circumstances, I might have to take you up on it. Two of us are meeting here, and like this must be fate. If you ever need assistance, we'll gladly lend a hand. Now that we've had this chance to talk, I think I'm starting to understand why Fee and Toa trust him. I was just gonna go back in here and be like, it's probably Fee and Toa. But also maybe Angie? Because Angie likes to come out, take her bike out to the Calvard, right?
And make yourself at home.
Quite often? Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think we're good. That was an hour and a half sitting here in this building, and we're not even done yet?
I'm glad to see everyone enjoying themselves so thoroughly. If I could have all your attention for a moment, I'd like to say a few words.
Get to learn why we're here.
Firstly, I would like to once more offer my sincere gratitude to everyone for their cooperation in our trial. Though we had some concerns due to the tight schedule the products were made under, the data from the test results surpassed our expectations. Over the next few days, we will work to fix any and all issues that were discovered and have an update as soon as possible. So, to both our external testers and to our guests, I'd like to extend my heartfelt hope that we continue our mutually beneficial relations.
I'm really not sure what to think about all this.
Yeah, he reminds me a little too much of the head of the Black Workshop. Still holding out hope this place isn't nearly as bad, though.
Even so, I can't help but feel it has just as many secrets.
Yikes. I was definitely the right guy to send here. Poor Gaius just ain't cut out for this shady stuff, and Celeste probably would have ended up leveling the building somehow.
Knowing her, you're probably right. But then again, are you really so different?
I'm certainly very thankful for this new body. But we owe a fair bit because of it now, don't we?
Indeed. It wasn't simply a gift from the Meister. It was also a bit of a clever trap for us by the General Manager, or perhaps even the C-Suite.
As I'm sure you're all aware, our company is in full cooperation with the Republic's bold new initiative. However, due to a majority of our internal resources being allocated there are certain tasks we've been unable to deal with. As such, some of you may find yourself contacted with a proposition in the days to come. Of course, we've no intention of forcing any of you. If you happen to be interested, however, we'd gladly welcome your continued cooperation.
She okay?
I remember hearing that Altina works with the Empire's branch of the Epstein Foundation.
That's right. Is it perhaps...
I can't really say much about it. Just think of it as another one of our general manager's sneaky little tricks.
I don't know what's going on.
But that's enough business talk for the evening. For now, we've prepared hotel rooms for all of you. Your accommodations are at a high-end hotel in the center of Levance. I invite you to rest there and recover from your exertions. Oh, pardon me. My apologies for the interruption. However, I've just received some news I suspect all of you will be interested in as well. A live broadcast from Calvert has begun airing. I'll take the opportunity to put it up on a monitor so we can watch.
Now, as per the sudden announcement from the presidential office, the launch of the second orbital rocket is about to take place. As outlined in the initial plan, this will be a trial run to confirm pilot safety for the manned flight planned in the third launch.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wasn't the launch scheduled for 2 weeks from now?
It would appear the schedule was bumped up.
It seems preparations are complete and they're ready to begin the countdown.
We've been granted access to the on-site 3D camera. Ms. Alton, please switch the feed over to the AR system.
Oh, come on! You can't just dump that on me out of nowhere! At least we're gonna have the best seats in the house.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa. This the
That's pretty
same
cool.
AR tech from the trial?
Beginning countdown. 10, 9,
Why would they move it up?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
I'm also a little confused why everyone would be so worried about them moving that up. If it's another trial rocket, like, what do they know?
We're back.
That's as far as the AR was able to follow from the 3D camera feed. The rest, we'll just have to watch from the camera on the satellite.
A place that even Elysium was unable to reach.
Yeah.
A humanoid unit, huh?
Which means the actual thing they want to send up there must be...
One of the Republic's assault frames. But wouldn't its balance be a problem?
This is the comms and observation satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame, EXD completed. Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield, functional. Oxygen ratio, nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
guess it is suspicious that the first pilot is military man's daughter.
I hereby declare Part 1 of Project Star Taker's second phase complete. Provided the EXD unit's return is successful, we'll proceed immediately to Phase 3. Today's launch was moved forward without notice. However, we plan to have the Presidential Office issue an announcement prior to the next one. I expect we won't keep you waiting for long. And as always, we ask for your continued support for this project.
This has been live coverage from the command center at Zeku Space Base. We'll have more details on the project schedule once the test dummy's return mission is complete.
Shall we hurry back to the Republic?
Yeah, looks like things are really gonna start speeding up from here on.
I've completed my interim reports, so I'm free to return to my transfer assignment.
That's great! Let's all go back together then. Qasim, Mirabelle, Mr. Thorndyke, thank you for all your help.
Well, hopefully they explain why that they're so concerned about this. I mean, I could picture a bunch of reasons why, but
after seeing that test dummy, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it's probably the real reason behind our unofficial invite to the Republic.
Along with your partners, right?
Right. My machine was brought from the Imperial Airport, disguised as civilian airship cargo. You brought yours in from the Free Cities, is that right?
Yeah, I just finished setting up a cozy little spot for myself there. Thanks to all this, I owe the local authorities a huge favor now, though. But the Republic really went out of its way to take care of all the costs and negotiations involved in this trip.
That begs the question, why are they so eager to have you in Basel? And I must say it worries me that Rufus is also active again now of all times.
I know what you mean, but I don't think he'll be making the same kind of suspicious plays that he did 2 years ago.
Worrying about that guy's motives is a waste of time. He seems to be on the same page as that manager guy for now, anyway. Oh, but that reminds me. What was all that about before?
I'm guessing something's happened with the Epstein Foundation?
Yes. In fact, I just received word from Chief Plato that... Oh, there you all are. Hey, everyone! Over here!
When's the last time we saw Mint?
The time is nigh. The 8 leaves must come together as one, and cut a path to the land where the heavens turn.
Oh.
It is after your fateful clash with the Black God that you will find your true blade.
Eight leaves are coming together. What the?
I can't stop thinking about how strange that space program is. Not only that, but the fact they were so easily able to reach somewhere even Elysium couldn't is shocking. What are we going to do, Rufus?
Given the way things are at the moment, I don't intend to make any big moves. Besides, we still need to get your new body sorted out. For now, we'll meet up with Swin and Nadia as planned. We can treat it as a little vacation.
Okay. I wonder what Nadia and Swin will think of my new body.
Don't know what your previous one looked like, but I can say for certain that this one is just jam-packed full of cute. That Rosenberg guy doesn't mess around. And of course, it helps that you're such a charming little lady on your own, too.
Is Kevin with them? What?
Why, I'm glad you agreed. You know, your name isn't too bad either. 70 points? No, definitely a 69 on the cuteness index.
Hey now, ain't that kind of stingy? And what did my poor name do to lose that extra point?
The fact that she acts without regard for others' feelings is simply part of her charm. And just for reference, my name's scored an 85.
Just had to rub it in, didn't you? Man, I'm catching it from all sides today. For real, though, I'm grateful for the ride. Even if I'm only going to the Levant's airport, I really wanted to avoid all the bells and whistles of a Marduk send-off.
It's my pleasure. However, given who you are, I imagine you could have flown anywhere you wanted without help. Fifth Dominion, the Thousand-Hand Guardian. Or perhaps you've changed your title again. I suspect what you were looking for wasn't just a ride, but a chance to discuss something with us away from prying ears?
Huh?
You got me. Figures that I couldn't pull one over on the top dog of the Ironbloods, a villain who plotted against the world. I couldn't talk about this earlier since Arkride's master was there. But now, it's time for us bad guys to make some moves. You see, I've got a job to do. I'd like to hire you to help out. What do you say?
Bad guys? What?
Perhaps I stirred the pot a bit too much. All of their selection as test members was entirely up to the risk management AI. But, well, I suppose it's true that we were able to resolve a number of outstanding issues thanks to them.
You can be a real slimeball when you want to be. You could have at least told Reset the truth, you know?
It was a necessary step, considering what lies ahead. First, the President's office pushed Phase 2 up without any advance notice. And now, taking into account the schedule for Phase 3 they just sent us, we're only barely going to make it in time.
But that's... Ugh! What is that good-looking, good-for-nothing president even thinking? I don't care what kind of shifty stuff is going on behind the scenes. Ain't he rushing just a bit too much?
Even so, if we were to push back at all, everything we've worked for may just go up in smoke. We can leave the issue of the Garten entirely to the Foundation, so I want everyone to devote their full focus to this. We simply must bring forth all the resources we can muster, all for the Republic's dear Project Startaker. Or perhaps I should call it the President's plan to drive a blade into the heavens.
No. We're going all over the place, and No, not.
Stupendous. Things are getting even more fun than I'd hoped.
Oh, he's back. Oh, boy.
Campanella? Just what is the meaning of this? I got your message. I thought we agreed that you'd be helping with this, so why are you pulling out at the last second?
Sorry, my bad. I just got really busy here all of a sudden. Everything on the surface has gotten so complicated. I don't have any time left to be helping out behind the scenes.
It's far too late to back out now. Besides, isn't Harwood freed up? I'm well aware that someone needs to act as an observer, but just leave it to him and easily.
Just for a quick second, just because I recently played I forget what's his name? Zach?
Everything on the surface has gotten so complicated. I don't have any time left to be helping out behind the scenes.
I'm forgetting the name of the voice actor for some stupid reason. I don't know why. But since I just played that the spin-off game, I just got to hear Ota, and I didn't notice that Campanella just has the same exact vibe with his delivery as when he plays Ota.
Sorry, my bad. I just got really busy here all of a sudden.
Is that his normal voice?
Well, that'll be tough. Seeing as the old man left on a business trip yesterday, he asked me to just keep things moving along.
What?
Yep. He said it was part of the third plan and approved by you-know-who. And thanks to that, I'm utterly swamped with work. The best I can do is help you out here and there in my spare time.
Forget it then. I don't need your help. Damn you, Harwood. I cooperate with you on every possible occasion, and this is what I get in return? Fine. Since it's come to this, I'll simply have to go to the enforcers who are available, even if they're still wet behind the ears.
The new enforcers? I don't think our 2 newest members are really in a state to help at the moment. Might be kinda tough for most of the others, too. But these 2 might just have a bit of time.
7 and 18.
Oopsie! Sorry, Campy. Have to pause the stream real quick, you know?
Greetings. It would appear you're in the middle of your observation duties. I take it you're looking for assistance?
It's
Perceptive as usual. I like it. That said, I'm not the one in need of help this time around. I'd like you 2 to give the professor a hand with his project.
Ah, it was something to do with Marduk, if I recall correctly.
That prof? Well, I guess I do owe him a favor, so as long as he's cool with me working remotely.
Much appreciated. Even though this isn't a front-end center job, it's still very important. After all, it's part of her final plan. The long-awaited 3rd phase, the Eternal Recurrence Plan.
I kinda forgot more than I thought about Ouroboros. Are we actually getting the intro? I couldn't remember the name of a few of those characters there. Campanella, obviously, but... Oh my god. Oh, wait. No, don't think about it. Don't think about it. There were some things that I saw in there that seemed to suggest some characters coming back to life. I'm not thinking about it. Nope. Those scenes are coming in.
Truly well done.
That's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I did not do that great. I have to let it go. I have to... I'm probably wrong. I feel like that could be a bait there. The long hair, the long blonde hair, the face covered, among a few other characters in there. Interesting. Also, why does the... Okay, it was the 7th and the 18th? The 7th, I don't know if we actually... Do we know that person by name? It's been a long time, so I don't know if I remember everyone. His face looks like Dingo's, though. You know? Maybe it's just because we saw the recap, which is weird. And then... the 18th... I think it's who I think... Let me double check. Okay, I just went back to look at Luciola to see what she looked like, because that looked a little bit like... It actually looks nothing like her now that I'm looking back on it, but I don't know why I thought that. It's because I think I know what... God damn it. Shara looks like. I, for some reason, my mind was like, it's not Sharon. It's not Sharon. Why is Sharon stuck in your head? No, Sharon's a different person. Who's actually also an enforcer, but I was thinking of Shara. She looks a little like Shara, so I'm like, wait, could it? No, and the way she was talking and all that. The other guy looks like Dingo, which is throwing me off, so. I don't know if we've met them. They might be new. You can acquire SP, completing, yep. Your rank will go up, and there are 15 ranks, like usual.
Didn't mean to draw so much attention.
Rean's Employee of the Month. Interesting. Well, he got a stat boost. That's good. Didn't know he was part of the employees. End of the chapter. Character who performs the most gets Employee of the Month. Anyone of Van's part-timers or proxies, okay, are eligible. I was gonna say. Sing of Fates. Ooh. Oh? Ouroboros channel. Oh, didn't we have some sort of file thing in the previous game? Where they told us, like, oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure Renee had little, like, CID files and stuff. Is that what this is? This is new and different. Let me save first. Okay, I've saved. I guess we'll check this quick. A short time prior. The Ouroboros channel with a star in it.
This is the comms and observation satellite, Prometheus 4. Connection with the simulated manned flight frame, EXD completed. Cockpit temperature, 68 degrees. Airtight shield, functional. Oxygen ratio, nominal. Return mission will begin after designated 24-hour observational period.
Sup, chat? It's Ouroboros, Myroboros, Ouroboros.
Oh.
That launch, though, literally out of this world. And the fact I got it on stream, so godlike. Look at Mr. Dummy floating around. Cute. Wait, hold up. This viewer count's popping off. That tracks, though. This is some real historical-ish. Anyone who missed it's in for some primo FOMO. Can humanity really touch the stars? I'll be keeping major tabs, so stay tuned for those deets, Ouroboros. Anyways, that's all for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay. So, yeah, streaming is a thing that they banned. Oh, we've been banned. That's pretty funny. Streaming is a thing that's been added into the recent year, because Katra also streamed. I remember them talking about a star who uses an avatar, a star, you know, an online persona that someone has. I wonder if that was like a little hint towards this person. So they're streaming. They're streaming as Ouroboros. They call them Ouroboros. That's kind of funny. It's kind of weird, but I kind of love it in a weird way. Okay, this is a very interesting enforcer. Huh. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it here. And in the next episode, we'll start chapter 1, right? You're not gonna go prologue into like an intermission somehow, are you? Watch them go into prologue 2 or something. But that was a cool intro. I loved the song. I loved the visuals on some of those scenes. I can't wait to see some of those scenes, just because, I don't know, it looks good. It reminds me a lot of Reverie, like how Reverie got me feeling. I don't know, because I actually really like Reverie. I know some people really didn't, but I loved the multi-story kind of thing going on. And clearly we've got 3 very distinct stories here, with Kevin I wouldn't have expected Kevin to go with Rufus and them. So I wonder I have no idea what that's going to be like. Then you got Crow, Altina, and Rean. And then all of Arkride Solutions doing their thing. I have no idea what's going on here as far as the space thing and them sending them up. They're trying to... something about Blade to the Heavens. They think that the Heavens is like actually in space or something. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.